I grew up in a block of flats, probably one of the most notorious and roughest areas in the south of our city, called the Liberties. A majority of criminal fraternity and gangs came out of that. First ever dealings in heroin and all that came out of that. I was in the middle of that. Thank God I never got caught up in that, but all my friends did. A lot of them, you know, didn't make it. Some of them might be here today. But I did get caught up in other stuff. You know, the other ends of criminality, backwards to get into, running with the crowd. But I was lucky enough, I got a little bit of a job working as a barber. I wasn't allowed to put hair straight away, I swept the floor for a couple of years. But as time progressed, I was managing a shop for a guy. And everything was going smoothly, lovely, getting on great with everyone, having a chat. You know, this guy jumps into my chair one day and he goes, "Really glad I got you today." And I thought, boy, what's wrong with the other guy? He's a great barber. That's not what he wanted to talk to me though. He says, and I says, "Why?" He says, "I want to tell you something." No, okay. And he says, "Jesus loves you. He has a plan for your life."
Right on.
And I thought to myself, in my carnal mind, this is a head case, this is going to be the fastest haircut I'm ever going to do, and he's out of here. So, but then again I said, no, I think I'll entertain myself a bit, since I've got a bit of a wacko weirdo Jesus freak here, I'll have a bit of fun. So I started asking a few questions, trying to wind them up a bit, and I started to tell him about my mad, crazy life, and he seemed to cringe smaller and smaller in the chair. But something struck with me. He said, "You know what, I'm going to pray for you." He says, "and I'm going to pray that you come to know me." I'm going to fast forward a bit because it's a long testimony and I don't want to take up a lot of time. He did pray for me, he did come back. In the midst of that he had said to me, he'd instructed me to go and get a Bible. And I'll never forget this day that I was walking downtown, there was this little religious shop in Dublin, and most people you'd ever see there are probably small little 3-4 old ladies with new hair, you know. And so I'm going by with my late wife, Lord Good, which went home to the Lord 2 years ago, and I'm pushing her little one in the pram. And I'm kind of like, you know, I'm talking to a tough boy, you know, that's what I And I'm walking down the street with ourselves, and I see this religious shop, and I said, "I'll be back in a minute, I'm going in there for you." She said, "What are you going in there for?" I said, I didn't want to tell her, you know. So I said, "I'm just going in to have a look for you." So I'm going in and I'm looking for the Bible, and this fella appears out of nowhere and says, "Can I help you?" No, I'm looking for it. And I'm checking to make sure there's no one that knows me.
There you go.
You know, you swear I was buying drugs or guns or something, I'm not messing with yourself. And he goes, all of a sudden this big fella goes, he shouts down the end of the shop, and there's all these little blue rinse ladies milling around the rosary beads and the little water tin fonts and the whole lot, and he shouts, "Margaret!" all the way down the end, and all the little women looking around. I'm in my head thinking there, I go, "Ah, bless him, ah, Jenny." You know, and I'm, "Oh, get me out of here quick." And she says, "No, we've none." I said, "That'll do me, thanks very much." And he goes, "Oh, wait." And he pulls one out of her drawer, he said, "The last one." And I said, "Oh yeah, this is the self pitch." But he gave it to me anyway, but it was about that thick. It was about that size. So it's... I come out of the shop, right? Come out like this. You know, it was even further than that. And myself goes, "What'd you get?" "Duke, come on, you're right." "Duke." In some of your language, you'll probably book. So, a Duke. And she goes, "What kind of a Duke?" And I said, "Ah, it's just a Duke, you know. You know, what kind of a Duke did you get?" And I said, "Well, do you know the way I like, you know, bestsellers?" Didn't want to tell her. "Yeah." I said, "Well, it's a bestseller. Number one, words bestseller." And she goes, "What's it about?" I said, "I don't know. I'm going to read it." I said, "But apparently there's true stories. And you know the way I like biographies and true stories." "Yeah." We got halfway downtown and she's still nagging me. What did you get?" And I went, "I got a Bible, right?" That's it. "What you got one of them for?" I said, "Simple. I wanted to know what was in it." Alright? So, fast forward again. I was introduced to a guy whom I knew from school, who was a pastor of a church in the local area. Because someone had, the whisper got around somehow through the Holy Spirit grapevine that fella down in the barber shop, there's something going on, I think God is doing something. So he came and visit me. I visited his church once or twice. And the strangest thing now, I don't know if this would sound funny to anyone, but it was to me. I'm at the back, Sinners Row. No disrespect to you people down the back. So, I'm at Sinners Row, you know, near the door, ready, 1 foot to go, you know. And, and it's all I could hear was Jesus, Jesus, Jesus. And where I came from, I was going, I'm getting out of here, all these people are cursing. That's what I was thinking. So anyway, I'm there, I heard the gospel. A man turned around and he says, and this Tuesday, he says, if you want to come, he says, we're having a Bible study. I thought to myself, that's interesting. Now, by this time I probably read this thing 3 or 4 times from start to finish, right? Because I'm an avid reader. And I said, there's something that I'd like to find out about and ask somebody if they know. We're having a Bible study Tuesday. I said, lovely. I'll find out how much it is. And if it's in my budget, I'll pay them. And so I said to the fella afterwards, I said, how much is the Bible study, you know? He says, it's free. Something free in church, I couldn't believe it. Anyway, it's not going to cost me anything. But I went. And there was this fabulous guy, and he was a wonderful teacher, and he ran to Bible college for a long time. And that poor man must have got about 101 million questions. If any of you have been around me long enough, you know how much I talk, right? But that poor man, I think his ears fell off or something, but I think by one stage he had enough. Every week, in, out, in, out, in, out. I'd go home and check in. And he said, look, he said, this is the word of God. Anything you need to know about God is in here. And I was like, how do you hear God? You was always saying you hear God now. You know, I don't. He says, read this. He says, you'll find it. He says, just ask God. I think he said it. So this brand new information to me, you know, still hadn't really believed in Jesus. Used to go to Mass regularly as a kid. I'd said a sinner's prayer, by the way, when I was 9, with a group of Christians, you know, and I kind of became God conscious in that time, but I still wasn't there. I'm still not, by the way. So don't believe any of them rumours that I've got it all together perfect. Unless you want to. I went home with this new information. This is a great idea. Into my room. What I'm going to do is, God, I'm going to let it fall open. And you are going to answer me. I was dead genuine. This wasn't messing. This was a white thought. If God is going to speak to me, he's going to do this. And I thank God, God met me in this. As naive and daft as it is. It's called Bible roulette, so I don't actually endorse this. So if you do happen to do this and it goes pear-shaped, oh my God, I've already warned you. So I'm there, I'm going, okay, God. First question now, am I going to go to heaven? Hands up who wants to know that one. Or ever wanted to know that one. Am I going to go to heaven? Because I'm not here forever. And I'm like, and I let it fall open. And it fell open on John 3:3. And Jesus said, surely I tell you, you must be born again. Unless you were born again, you cannot see the kingdom of God.
Amen.
And I'm like, oh, hang on a minute, God. I'm a bit worried. Because all these people that I spent some time in, they're talking about the Bible and they're coursing, putting down the back, you know, Jesus, right? I'm like, you're not born again, I'm not born again. I don't even know what that means. So I'm going, God, I'm a good person. This is genuine, this is what I was at. I'm a good person. Like, I mean, how about all the good things I've done? I don't know some ropey things, but I mean, compared to that, like, I'm a really good person, you know? And while this was happening, the presence of God, which I'd never experienced before, started to feel around me. And I was starting to feel very uncomfortable. And to be honest, it was 10 days after I told the dark, and I was starting to feel very scared. Right? And I wasn't afraid of anything. I'd seen and felt and went through some experiences that I was to tell you, like, you know, you wouldn't believe it, but I had no fear. But this was the first time I felt real fear. So I said, right, good person God, so maybe there's a loophole here somewhere. So falls open again. Romans 3:23. All the sins fall short of the Lord. You know, sin. I think that, you know, we don't have sin. And with that, in memory, from way back, I'm flying through, like watching a video, or a DVD, of something I've done. Now let me tell you this much, we can weigh sin, we can go, this sin is bigger than that sin, right? And if you want to do that, this particular sin, it's I'll ask you all, just for 1 second, do this as a quick please, right? For a demonstration. Think of the smallest sin you've ever committed. I asked the guy this yesterday. I'll help you pray with. Think of the smallest sin, everyone is it. The smallest thing you know, well, that's a sin. What's pretty called that, that's a sin. Have you got it? You all got one? Jesus died for that. It's the only one you ever committed, you died for.
That's right.
You had to pay for it. So you could be free and be able to go into eternity. And that little vision of that particular sin, I'm in trouble now, I'm scared, I'm rattling. The presence of God said I should have done even more. And I'd read this back in front, and mostly what kept coming to me was judgment. And I was scared. But that's Jesus' thing. So I'm in fear and trembling now because I know I'm a sinner. What do I do? Simple. I read there, opened it again, and it fell and it said, if you confess with your mouth, if you believe in your heart that God has raised him from the grave, you shall be saved. Romans 9 and 10. If you would have got 1 point to it because I'm aware of time. At that particular moment, I knew I was a sinner. The presence of God was so strong in that room, I was petrified. I fell to my knees and I cried. And I gave God all sorts of excuses. Please God, forgive me. I'm sorry. I know there's that, and there's probably more now than I'm trying to think about. I'm really sorry. Give me another chance. And this is what happened. I heard a voice, an audible voice. Now and recognize God's voice, and he spoke to me. And I'm sobbing, crying at 30 years of age, and he said, I love you. I love you. And I'm like, this fear and tears of like, I'm judged, I'm in trouble, I'm down to hell, I'm going to go on. That wasn't God's plan for me. Nor is it for anyone. He wishes for no one to perish. They should have everything lasting life. Give me that opportunity to act to him. I'm going to look over my life, you gave me other opportunities as well, but I was too busy. I had other stuff going on. But at that particular point, God arrested me. And he captured my heart. And he filled me with life. He continues to do that the more I spend. You can have as much of God as you want, or as little as you want. As Geraldine said, if you're feeling half-hearted about that, situations in life will do that to you. The devil will do that to you. The thing about it is you've got to put that stuff aside and seek him. If you want, he will give you fullness of life. That's his promise. So, on that note, I would just like to finish. That's how we got saved. Where am I at today? I'm still walking with God. There was a time where I fell away for a season. It was a rough season. I even tried to convince some of my closest Christian friends that I was naked. They laughed their heads on me. I was going through a rough season. A really rough season. I'd lost everything. But God turned it all around. And I know he used that, even that situation, that terrible time in my life, that dark time in my life. I meet people and they're going through a dark time. I meet brothers especially, and they're going through a tough time. They're getting slaughtered. And I'm able to encourage them and say, look, I went through something. This is where I went through. This is where I was at. This is how horrible it was. Oh God. Oh God. God brought me back. He went after me one. Good shepherd. After me one. Brought me back. Not just to the place where I was, but to the next level. Not just, I'm here, and this is where I'm at, the next level. And he said, I've got more for you. He says it to you this morning, I've got more for you. Do you want it? It's there for you to take. Seek him with all your heart. Seek him with all your heart. Everything you've got, put everything down, everything is rubbish clothes, everything is rubbish. Believe me, you will. My tongue's rubbish. It's all it comes in. The whole book. For him, the Lord himself, the Lord of glory.
Amen.
He's all you need in this life. All you will ever need in this life. Seek him first.